On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Hell.
The place thought to be where bad people go and are punished after death, often depicted as being located beneath the earth, an extraordinarily unpleasant or difficult place.
Examples:
Run like hell. Hell broke loose. The battlefield became hell on earth.
Ghetto.
An area of a city in which members of a particular group, typically an ethnic minority, usually live in poverty and with a high population density.
Examples:
Ghetto apartments. Ghetto school. The residents of the ghetto faced poverty and discrimination.
Gouache.
A type of paint made with a water-soluble binder, often gum arabic, and pigment, resulting in an opaque or semi-opaque finish, commonly used in illustration and decorative art.
Examples:
Gouache painting. Vibrant gouache. Many artists find the gouache technique challenging due to its unique blending properties.
Nonsense.
An idea, behavior, or something spoken or written that has no meaning or makes no sense or that is silly or unacceptable.
Examples:
Talk nonsense. Sheer nonsense. The parents spoke to their children in no-nonsense tones.
Technique.
A particular way or art of doing something that needs skill.
Examples:
A technique in martial arts. The technique applied to construction. Jockey's superior technique brought him victory.
Painstaking.
Cautious and correct, and requiring a significant amount of effort.
Examples:
Painstaking research. A painstaking student. The training of a hawk was a painstaking process.
Realism.
The attitude or behavior of accepting circumstances as they are and being prepared to deal with them accordingly. In arts, the general attempt to depict subjects truthfully in different forms of the arts.
Examples:
Experiential realism. Have more realism. The invention of the camera changed the course of painting in pursuing realism.
Editorial.
Relating to the expression of opinions or interpretations in the media.
Examples:
Gain editorial help. An editorial article. The newspaper published an editorial on the current state of the economy.
Illustration.
A picture or diagram in a book, magazine, or newspaper that is used to explain or decorate the text, the act or process of explaining something.
Examples:
Educational illustration. Illustration artist. The illustration in the book helped me understand the concept better.
State.
Sedate, respectable, and unadventurous in style, character, or manner, exhibiting a calm and steady demeanor.
Examples:
staid demeanor, staid professionalism. The courtroom was filled with staid faces as the verdict was read.
Formal.
Following established, public, or official forms and conventions, often in a serious or somber manner.
Examples:
a formal festival, formal request. The event required formal attire, so he wore a suit and tie.
Scot.
A tax or payment, particularly a share or portion of something. A person from Scotland or a Scottish immigrant.
Examples:
pay annual Scot, traditional Scot attire. The Scot-free suspect was later apprehended for a different crime.
Castle.
A large building, typically of the medieval period, fortified against attack with thick walls, battlements, towers, and often a moat.
Examples:
the ruins of a castle, castle moat. The medieval castle was surrounded by a moat and had high walls for protection.
Indoor.
Located, happened, or used inside a building.
Examples:
an indoor pool, designed for indoor use. Table tennis is an indoor sport.
Bang.
To hit or cause to hit something in a way that makes a loud noise.
Examples:
bang his fist on a desk, bang a phone down. My father tried to bang mathematics into my head since childhood.
Suit.
A set of clothes that are made from the same material, a claim or complaint that a person or organization can file in court against another party. Verb, to be fit or acceptable for.
Examples:
suit and tie restaurant, suit at law. 6 suits are awaiting trial or verdict.
Armor.
A protective covering made of metal or other durable materials, worn to guard against injury or damage.
Examples:
armor plates, protective armor. The knights wore heavy armor for protection during battle.
Zany.
Eccentric or unconventional, humorously or foolishly, clownish, resembling a clown or jester.
Examples:
zany behavior, zany costume. The zany comedian had the audience laughing uncontrollably.
Rocket.
A large tube-shaped object that moves very first by a stream of gases let out behind it, used for space travel or as a weapon.
Examples:
rocket attack against the enemy, rocket fuel. The rocket launch platform is visible from this hill.
Bug.
Any tiny insect, a fault or defect in a computer program, system, or machine.
Examples:
Bug bites. Number of bug fixes. I found a stink bug crawling across the ceiling.
Authenticity.
The quality of being real or genuine.
Examples:
Authenticity verification. Lack authenticity. The museum's experts confirmed the authenticity of the painting.
Submission.
The act of giving a document, proposal, etc., to somebody for consideration or judgment, the act of giving in or yielding to a superior force or authority.
Examples:
Submission agreement. Submission of a final report. The submission deadline for the project is next week.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples:
Probable outcome. Probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Frank.
Honest and sincere, open and candid in expression.
Examples:
Frank and open discussion. Make a frank apology. Full involvement means frank and prompt responses.
Invention.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation, the act of inventing.
Examples:
The invention of new techniques. Common invention. Necessity is the mother of invention.
Lexicon.
All the words and phrases of a particular language or branch of knowledge, such as nautical or medical.
Examples:
Greek-English lexicon. Lexicon of business phrases. This bilingual lexicon was essential for his language improvement.
Futurist.
A person who studies or predicts trends and developments, particularly in science, technology, or social systems, to anticipate what the future may hold.
Examples:
Futurist architecture. Futurist ideas. The radical futurist predicted that virtual reality would become a standard in everyday life.
Hilarious.
Extremely funny.
Examples:
Hilarious mistake. A hilarious anecdote. The comedian's stand-up routine was hilarious.
Optimist.
A person who tends to expect the best in all things and to be hopeful and confident about the future.
Examples:
Optimist by nature. Excessive optimist. She is a confident optimist who always looks on the bright side.
Peak.
The point to which something or someone is at its strongest, best, or most successful, the pointed top of a mountain.
Examples:
at peak hour, the peak current in the circuit. This measurement aims to reduce traffic at peak periods.
Depression.
A mental condition in which a person feels very unhappy and without hope for the future, a severe recession in an economy or market.
Examples:
the Great Depression, the root problem of her depression. Depression symptoms might include a decrease in appetite and weight loss.
Dismal.
Depressing or dreary, causing or showing unhappiness or despair.
Examples:
dismal failure, dismal performance. The weather was so dismal that we decided to stay indoors all day.
Workbench.
A sturdy table or bench designed for carrying out manual work, particularly in a workshop or garage context.
Examples:
workbench design, wooden workbench. I must organize my tools on the workbench before starting my project.
Sunglasses.
A pair of darkened glasses worn to protect the eyes from harsh sunlight or glare.
Examples:
sunglasses case, designer sunglasses. I always wear sunglasses outside to protect my eyes from the sun's harmful rays.
Hanger.
A device or object used for hanging or supporting something, often used for hanging clothes, a loop-shaped object used to hang clothes in a closet.
Examples:
clothes hanger, coat hanger. I hung the coat on a hanger in the closet.
Improvisation.
The act of making something up on the spot or creating or performing something without preparation.
Examples:
improvisation on stage, jazz improvisation. He created a beautiful piece of music using only improvisation.
Giant.
Extremely big, much bigger or more important than similar items usually are.
Examples:
giant trees, giant tech company. The giant jets that gradually dominate the world's airlines.
Automotive.
Of or relating to motor vehicles.
Examples:
automotive manufacturing, an automotive transport company. Our company is an automotive component supplier to motor manufacturers.
Specialty.
An area or field in which a person or thing excels or specializes, a particular branch of study, occupation, or expertise, a special or unique skill or talent.
Examples:
coffee specialty, regional specialty. The chef's specialty was a delicious seafood pasta dish that everyone loved.
Automobile.
A road vehicle that has four wheels and is powered by an engine, used for transporting people or goods.
Examples:
Driverless automobile. Automobile insurance. The automobile industry is a major contributor to air pollution in cities.
Illustrate.
To provide pictures, photographs, diagrams, etc. in a book or something for explanation.
Examples:
Illustrate a key point. Illustrate a story. The company's financial records illustrate how successful it has been.
Advertise.
To draw attention to something such as a product, service, or event in public, to encourage people to buy, use, or attend it.
Examples:
Advertise the campaign. Advertise on social media. We want to advertise our company through your media.
Copywriting. The
act or profession of writing text or content for advertising or promotional purposes, which involves creating persuasive and engaging written material to capture attention and influence the reader or audience.
Examples:
Persuasive copywriting. Professional copywriting service. Her expertise in copywriting made her a valuable asset to the marketing team.
Revenge.
The act of seeking or taking retribution for harm or injury, or the desire to do so.
Examples:
Revenge attack. Seek revenge. After his family is killed, the main character sets out on a quest for revenge against the people responsible.
Halfway.
In or at a point midway or an equal distance between 2 points.
Examples:
Halfway through my journey. Halfway decent job. The famous restaurant stands halfway up the hill.
Chain.
A series of connected links or objects, a system or group of interconnected elements, a restraint or shackle.
Examples:
Chain reaction. Supply chain. The chain on my bike broke, leaving me stranded.
Gang.
A group of people who organize and engage in criminal activity.
Examples:
A motorcycle gang. Gang member. The street gang was known for its violent behavior.
Admire.
To have regard for or respect for someone's qualities or the actions they have performed.
Examples:
Admire the subtlety of the distinctions. Admire kids with attitude. We all admire him because he is a nobleman.
Catalog.
A complete list of items, often including technical details and prices.
Examples:
A classified catalog. Catalog card. She used the online catalog to find the perfect pair of earrings for her sister's birthday.
Lampoon.
To publicly mock, ridicule, or satirize someone or something through exaggerated and often humorous imitation or parody. Noun, a piece of satirical content, often in writing, that mocks or ridicules a particular subject, individual, or group.
Examples:
Satirical lampoon. Lampoon a celebrity. The comedian loved to lampoon politicians, using satire to criticize their actions.
Miracle.
An act or occurrence that is not explicable by natural or scientific laws, and is therefore believed to be caused by God.
Examples:
Miracle person. Economic miracle. The doctors said that her recovery was a miracle.
Brochure.
A small book or pamphlet advertising a product, service, or place of interest.
Examples:
Company brochure. Informative brochure. The travel agency provided us with a brochure outlining the city's attractions.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
Obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Altitude.
The height of an object or point in relation to sea level or ground level.
Examples:
The meridian altitude. Low altitude. The plane flew at a high altitude to avoid turbulence.
Bark.
The hard outer layer of a tree, a sound made by dogs or some other animals.
Examples:
Trees with rough bark. Bark at the moon. He removed the bark from the tree.
Cabin.
A small, simple dwelling or shelter, typically made of wood and located in a remote or rural area, an enclosed compartment or area within a larger structure, such as an aircraft or ship, where passengers or crew members can sit or sleep.
Examples:
Cabin crew. Log cabin. The quaint cabin in the woods was the perfect retreat for a weekend getaway.
Inevitable.
Certain to happen and unavoidable.
Examples:
Inevitable changes of the seasons. Inevitable result. In times of recession, an increase in unemployment is inevitable.
Gyroscope.
A device consisting of a spinning wheel or disc mounted in such a way that it can rotate freely in any direction, used to maintain balance, stability, or orientation in navigation, aerospace, or other systems.
Examples:
Gyroscope sensor. Inertial navigation gyroscope. The gyroscope in the spacecraft helps to stabilize its orientation during the mission.
Joust.
A medieval sport in which two knights on horseback charge at each other with lances, trying to knock each other off their horses. A heated competition or argument.
Examples:
Joust tournament. Saber joust. The medieval joust was a popular form of entertainment and spectacle during the Middle Ages.
Helicopter.
A type of aircraft that is capable of hovering in place and moving vertically, as well as flying horizontally, often used for emergency medical services, military operations, and transport in areas with limited access.
Examples:
Helicopter ride. Police helicopter. The company's CEO arrived at the meeting via helicopter to avoid traffic congestion.
Span.
The entire length of something, such as time or space from beginning to end, the amount of space that something covers.
Examples:
The span of a bird's wings. The average lifespan. He slightly modified the span of training because it was just before a match.
Innovation.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation.
Examples:
Innovation leader. Cutting-edge innovation. The vegetarian burger was an innovation that quickly spread to the United Kingdom.
Technological.
Based on scientific and industrial progress.
Examples:
Technological advancement. Technological policy. Technological advances have disrupted many industries.
Post-war.
Relating to the period following a war, particularly World War II, characterized by the rebuilding and recovery of countries and societies.
Examples:
Post-war years. Post-war society. The post-war period was marked by economic growth and rebuilding efforts.
Pitch.
The property of sound that varies with variation in the frequency of vibration, the degree of a slope, especially of a roof, short presentation for selling or sharing something.
Examples:
Make a pitch for a new product. A low-pitched sound. Her voice gradually increased in pitch.
Awful.
Causing fear, dread, or terror, very bad or unpleasant.
Examples:
An awful error. Do awful damage. I regretted making an awful mistake in my final exam.
Ache.
To experience a dull, persistent pain or discomfort, typically of moderate or low intensity, to feel a continuous dull pain.
Examples:
Ache abominably. Ache all the time. I ache all over after running a marathon yesterday.
Sentimental.
Connected with or resulting from someone's emotions, rather than reason or realism.
Examples:
In a sentimental mood. Sentimental damage. Stop being sentimental and always speak the truth.
Yearn.
To strongly desire or long for something.
Examples:
Yearn after my old days. Yearn for love. She yearned for the days when things were simpler.
Nostalgia.
A sentimental longing or wistful affection for a period in the past.
Examples:
A warm nostalgia. Nostalgia trip. The ice cream truck sound brought back nostalgia for my childhood.
Utterly.
Completely or absolutely.
Examples:
Utterly changed. Utterly ignorant. We are utterly opposed to any form of terrorism.
Useless.
Not serving any useful purpose, having no practical result.
Examples:
Useless information. Useless in the kitchen. The old, rusty tools were now useless and had to be thrown away.
Emotion.
A strong feeling such as love, anger, etc., deriving from one's situation, mood, or relationships with others.
Examples:
Control my emotion. Afraid to show emotion. Some emotions are common across cultures and backgrounds.
Emblem.
A design or symbol that represents a quality or idea.
Examples:
A national emblem. Family emblem. The eagle is an emblem of strength and courage.
Din.
A loud, confused noise, a loud, persistent racket.
Examples:
Din of traffic. Mighty din. The din of the city was overwhelming.
Recall.
To remember something.
Examples:
Recall the incident. Recall his name. She vividly recalls getting laid off several years ago.
Balmy.
Pleasantly warm, mild, or soothing, having a calming or calming effect on the senses or emotions.
Examples:
Balmy days and nights. Balmy evening. The balmy weather was perfect for a picnic in the park.
Novel.
An extended fictional work in prose, usually in the form of a story, adjective, original and of a kind not seen before.
Examples:
Historical novel. Novel effect. The novel has largely gotten positive feedback.
Ford.
A shallow place in a river or stream where it is possible to walk or drive across.
Examples:
Ford a river. Across a ford. The river was too deep to cross, so we had to find a ford downstream where the water was shallower.
Stream.
A small, narrow river, a continuous flow of something, such as liquid, gas, people, vehicles, etc.
Examples:
The stream of time. An endless stream of cars. Jet streams are the common name for air currents that form high in the atmosphere.
Polo.
A sport played on horseback in which two teams try to hit a ball through a goal using long-handled mallets.
Examples:
Polo shirt. Polo championship. I watched a thrilling polo match at the club over the weekend.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Cannon.
A large, heavy gun fired from a fixed position or mounted on a vehicle, used in warfare or hunting.
Examples:
Cannon salute. Cannonball. The heavy cannon fired a loud shot that echoed across the battlefield.
Horsepower.
A unit of power used to measure the output of mechanical engines, specifically the amount of work that one horse can do in a set amount of time.
Examples:
Maximum horsepower. Engine horsepower. The company's new generator has a horsepower rating of 1,000, making it ideal for large buildings.
Engine.
A machine that converts thermal energy to mechanical work, something that has an important role used to achieve a purpose.
Examples:
A steam engine. An air-cooled engine. The policies he announces can be the engine of economic growth in the country.
Degree.
A unit of measurement for angles, temperature, or level of proficiency or achievement, a rank or level of academic or professional attainment.
Examples:
Bachelor's degree. Degree centigrade. She received her degree in psychology from the university.
Canary.
A small, typically yellow songbird that is often kept as a pet or used to denote the presence of gas or other hazards in a mine.
Examples:
Canary bird. Canary yellow. The canary in the coal mine was used as an early warning system for miners about dangerous gases.
Germ.
A very tiny living that causes the disease, a piece of something such as an organism, concept, etc., capable of growing into a new one or part of one.
Examples:
Antibiotic-resistant germ. A germ-free environment. The germ of his idea came from watching birds flying in flocks.
Motor.
A device that converts electricity, fuel, etc. into movement and makes a machine, vehicle, etc. work.
Examples:
A motor mechanic. DC motor control. Energy-efficient motors are needed to maximize the cruising distance of electric vehicles.
Gutsy.
Displaying courage, determination, or boldness, characterized by a willingness to take risks or face challenges.
Examples:
Gutsy move. Gutsy performance. It was gutsy to quit her job and start her own business.
Apartment.
A self-contained living unit within a larger building or complex, typically consisting of one or more rooms or an open space used for living, cooking, and sleeping.
Examples:
Rented apartment. Furnished apartment. I am seeking a spacious apartment with a balcony and a parking spot.
Stick.
To put something, usually a sharp object, into something, noun, a thin piece of wood or other material.
Examples:
Stick a key in a lock. Fire stick. You stick a bill in the change machine, and the coins pop out.
Liner.
A coating or covering, especially one used to protect a surface, a large commercial ship, especially one that carries passengers on a regular schedule.
Examples:
An ocean liner. Liner material. The liner of his jacket was made of soft and warm fleece material.
Sheer.
Complete or total, often used to emphasize the extreme or uncompromising nature of something, not mixed with anything else, transparent or nearly transparent.
Examples:
Sheer cliff. Sheer fabric. The sheer beauty of the sunset left us in awe.
Enthusiasm.
A strong feeling of excitement and interest in a particular subject or cause and an eagerness to become involved in it.
Examples:
Unflagging enthusiasm. Lose enthusiasm. We are tackling the development for updates with enthusiasm.
Cigar.
A roll of dried tobacco for smoking.
Examples:
Cigar smoking. Stub a cigar out. He lit a cigar and leaned back in his chair, savoring the taste and aroma.
Billboard.
A large outdoor sign or display that is used for advertising, marketing, or public information, typically located along highways or main roads.
Examples:
Billboard advertising. Digital billboard. The new billboard on the highway promotes a popular vacation destination.
Faux.
Not genuine, fake, or artificial, made to resemble something that it is not.
Examples:
Faux painting. Faux fur. She was embarrassed to realize her designer handbag was a faux leather knockoff.
Commons.
The House of Commons, which is one of the two houses of Parliament, a piece of land or an area set aside for public use, often used for recreation or grazing livestock, a shared or public resource.
Examples:
The Creative Commons license. Community commons. The tragedy of the commons is an economic theory explaining how individual actions can deplete shared resources.
Buzz.
To make a continuous, low humming sound such as the one bee makes, an exciting and active atmosphere.
Examples:
The buzz of a cicada. Buzz marketing. I heard the buzz of conversation from the next room.
Fond.
Having affection or liking for someone, particularly someone you've known for a long time.
Examples:
Very fond of. Fond memories of the birthday. He is excessively fond of alcohol.
Hyperbola.
A type of geometric curve, similar to an ellipse, but with two separate and distinct branches that approach infinity, of mathematics, the curve defined by the difference of the distances from any point on the curve to two fixed points, called the foci.
Examples:
Hyperbola equation. Geometric hyperbola. The astrophysicist analyzed the light spectrum emitted from the hyperbola nucleus of the distant galaxy.
Overkill.
An excessive or extreme amount of something, often used to describe an unnecessary or disproportionate use of force or resources.
Examples:
Overkill strategy. Marketing overkill. The excessive use of force by the police was an example of overkill in their attempt to arrest a suspect.
Exaggeration.
An overstatement of facts or description, the act of making something seem larger, more important, or more significant than it is.
Examples:
Sensational exaggeration. Minimal exaggeration. His story was filled with obvious exaggerations.
Absolute.
Perfect or complete, or to the most considerable degree possible.
Examples:
Absolute loyalty. An absolute must. Gandhi had an absolute zeal for nonviolence.
Ultimate.
Furthest or highest in degree or order.
Examples:
The ultimate goal in life. The ultimate luxury. Management must take ultimate responsibility for the accident.
Tyranny.
A form of government in which a single ruler has absolute power, often exercised cruelly and oppressively, the arbitrary or oppressive exercise of power or control over others.
Examples:
Brutal tyranny. Tyranny of the majority. The country was ruled by a tyranny that oppressed its citizens.
Steer.
To control the direction or movement of a vehicle, to direct a course of action, to guide or motivate someone.
Examples:
Steer a steady course. Steer a conversation. The captain told him to steer the ship north.
Bunk.
A piece of furniture that provides a place to sleep, typically a narrow bed frame supported by a solid structure. Nonsense or untruthful talk, often intended to deceive or mislead, a type of overnight accommodation, particularly in a military or institutional setting.
Examples:
Bunch of bunk. Military bunk. The crowded dorm room had bunk beds to accommodate all the students.
Voyage.
A long journey, especially by sea or in space.
Examples:
A voyage of discovery. Take a voyage. The astronaut trained for years before embarking on her voyage to the International Space Station.
Insure.
To provide coverage in the event of loss or damage.
Examples:
Insure my house against fire. Ensure domestic tranquility. I will insure my car before I go on a road trip.
Titanic.
Of or having a great size, power, or influence, of or relating to titanium, equals a light, strong gray, lustrous, corrosion-resistant metallic element.
Examples:
Titanic battle. Titanic compound. The Titanic ship sank on its maiden voyage.
Hubris.
Excessive pride, arrogance, or overconfidence, often leading to someone's downfall or ruin.
Examples:
Political hubris. Hubris in business. The athlete's hubris resulted in him underestimating his competition and losing the game.
Element.
A fundamental or essential part of something.
Examples:
New design elements. Non-metallic elements. Natural selection is an essential element in Darwin's theory of evolution.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Ashamed.
Feeling guilt, embarrassment, or remorse about something because of something you have done.
Examples:
Feel ashamed of him. Cast ashamed eyes. You don't have to be ashamed.
Shameless.
Without shame or embarrassment, showing no remorse or guilt for one's actions or behaviors.
Examples:
shameless behavior, shameless liar. He acted in a shameless way, not caring that his actions hurt others.
Urban.
Relating to or located in a town or city.
Examples:
urban planning, urban property owners. Only a small number of urban utilities offer sanitation services.
Absurd.
Ridiculously silly, unreasonable, or illogical.
Examples:
absurd storyline, an absurd amount of money. We immediately rejected his absurd suggestion.
Weird.
Extraordinary, unexpected, or difficult to explain.
Examples:
a weird dress, the state of being weird. My computer has been acting weird recently.
Concept.
An idea or principle associated with something abstract.
Examples:
learn new concepts, concept car. One such rapidly growing concept is quantum cryptography.
Avenue.
A wide road in a town or city, especially with trees or tall buildings on both sides, a line of approach.
Examples:
an avenue of poplars, an avenue to success. They explored every avenue they could think of.
Temple.
A place of worship, especially one that is associated with a particular religion or faith, the flat area on either side of the forehead.
Examples:
temple complex, a tour guide at the temple. He visited the temple to pray and make offerings to the gods.
Metropolitan.
Of or relating to a large city or a city that is considered to be the cultural or economic center of a region or country.
Examples:
major metropolitan area, metropolitan city. The city is a true metropolitan, with a diverse population and bustling streets.
Samba.
Having a serious or sad atmosphere or character, gloomy or dark.
Examples:
a suit of somber black, somber atmosphere. The somber mood at the funeral was palpable.
Jazz.
A type of music that originated in the African American community in the United States and that is characterized by improvisation, syncopated rhythms, and a strong emphasis on self-expression.
Examples:
jazz club, a school jazz band. He listened to jazz music to relax after a long day at work.
Resist.
To refuse to accept something and attempt to prevent it from happening.
Examples:
resist temptation, Resist being kissed. I chose to resist cancer by trying every possible treatment.
Nasty.
Very bad, unpleasant, or offensive.
Examples:
A nasty smell. Receive a nasty surprise. The weather turned nasty.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Solemn.
Formal and dignified, often with an emphasis on religious or ceremonial attitudes or practices, characterized by an earnest sense of importance or gravity, serious or grave in tone or demeanor.
Examples:
Solemn vow. Solemn ceremony. The priest led the solemn procession through the church.
Apologize.
To express regret for committing wrongdoing or causing a problem.
Examples:
Apologize for being late. Apologize ahead of time. I apologize for neglecting your email.
Customs.
The official department or agency that enforces the regulations, taxes, and duties related to the importation and exportation of goods, the duties, taxes, or tariffs imposed on imported or exported goods.
Examples:
Customs duty. Customs officer. I had to declare all my purchases at customs before entering the country.
Messenger.
Someone or something that carries a message, especially one sent to convey information, news, or an official document.
Examples:
Messenger app. A secret messenger. An mRNA vaccine is a type of vaccine that uses a copy of a molecule called messenger RNA.
Tube.
A cylindrical container of metal, plastic, glass, etc., usually sealed and used as a means of preserving food or chemicals, a hollow cylindrical shape.
Examples:
A capillary tube. A glass tube. The tube train was packed with commuters during rush hour.
Blueprint.
A photographic print of an early plan for a building or machine.
Examples:
Blueprint for economic reform. Architect's blueprint. A business plan is a blueprint for your success.
Terror.
Intense fear, a state of intense fear or alarm.
Examples:
Terror attack. Terror group. The bomb blast spread terror among the people.
Fashion.
A style that is popular at a particular time or place, the state of being popular.
Examples:
go out of fashion. New fashion trends. That style is no longer in fashion.
Strap.
A long, narrow strip or belt of leather, fabric, or another material used for binding, fastening, or supporting something or someone, a band or string that attaches one object to another, often used to secure items during transport.
Examples:
leather strap, camera strap. The athlete tightened the strap on his running shoes before the race.
Obscure.
Not well known to many people.
Examples:
obscure answer, obscure artist. This information was primarily obscured in the first release.
Logo.
A symbol or design that represents a company, organization, or product used on packaging, advertisements, and other materials.
Examples:
logo design, brand logo. The company's logo was on the side of the building.
Chick.
A baby bird, especially a young chicken.
Examples:
baby chick, chick sorting. The majority of the chicks are raised on local family farms.
Sake.
Purpose, reason for wanting something done.
Examples:
for your own sake, for the sake of argument. He got a new job for the sake of his family.
Audition.
A performance or test given by an actor, musician, or other performers to demonstrate their abilities and suitability for a particular role or position.
Examples:
music audition, dance audition. I have an audition for a role in a play tomorrow.
Horrible.
Extremely unpleasant or bad, causing fear or disgust.
Examples:
horrible accident, horrible smell. The experience was horrible and left a lasting impression.
Hangover.
The unpleasant physical and mental effects a person experiences after consuming too much alcohol, a lasting effect or after effect of something.
Examples:
hangover cure, severe hangover. After drinking too much at the party, he woke up with a terrible hangover.
Wit.
The ability to say or write things or ideas in a clever and humorous way.
Examples:
the wit of man, full of wit. He has the wit to keep talking about this topic.
Fin.
A thin flat part on the body of a fish or other aquatic animal used for propulsion or balance.
Examples:
back fin, a fin of a plane. The shark's powerful fins allowed it to swim at high speeds.
Successive.
Following one after another in a series or sequence, happening or occurring in continuous or consecutive order, consecutive or sequential in nature.
Examples:
Successive attempts, successive failures. The team won their 7th successive game, maintaining their winning streak.
Ascent.
The act of climbing or moving upwards, often referring to a physical ascent of a mountain or a spiritual ascent or improvement, an upward movement, the process of moving upwards.
Examples:
Spiritual ascent, the ascent of a rocket. The hikers experienced a difficult ascent to the summit due to the steep and rocky terrain.
Escalator.
A moving staircase or conveyor device that carries people between floors or levels of a building or structure.
Examples:
Escalator ride, escalator malfunction. Please be careful getting on and off the escalator.
Unfortunately.
By bad luck, unluckily.
Examples:
Unfortunately caught in a shower. Even more unfortunately. The treatments were done, but, unfortunately, were unsuccessful.
Elegant.
Pleasing and graceful in appearance or manner, or showing good taste and refinement.
Examples:
Elegant design. Write elegant sentences. She wore an elegant evening gown to the gala.
Oeuvre.
The complete body of work created by an artist, writer, or other creative figures, a collection of works regarded as a unified whole and representative of the creator's artistic vision or style.
Examples:
Oeuvre collection. Musical oeuvre. The artist's oeuvre includes paintings, sculptures, and installations.
Crass.
Lacking sensitivity, refinement, or tact, coarse, vulgar, or insensitive in speech, behavior, or attitude.
Examples:
Crass behavior. Crass generalizations. His crass comments were offensive and disrespectful to everyone in the room.
Commerce.
The activity of buying and selling things, especially on a large scale.
Examples:
Interstate commerce. The local chamber of commerce. This company has invested heavily in internet commerce.
Marvel.
Someone something that causes feelings of wonder or surprise.
Examples:
A marvel of beauty. Technical marvel. The space shuttle is a modern engineering marvel.
Compendium.
A concise or comprehensive collection of information or knowledge on a particular subject or topic, a summary or compilation of various texts, articles, or data.
Examples:
Historical compendium, compendium of recipes. The book is a comprehensive compendium of medical knowledge.